The AI world just hit code red and everything changed at once. The AI industry does not usually move quietly, but this week it exploded. In just a few days, OpenAI, Apple, Microsoft, Alibaba, and Tencent all revealed major developments that are reshaping how artificial intelligence is built, deployed, and experienced. On their own, any one of these updates would have been headline news. Together, they clearly show that the AI race has entered a new and much more intense phase. It all began with internal urgency at OpenAI. OpenAI declares code red. According to people familiar with internal discussions, OpenAI leadership declared an internal code red after Google pushed Gemini 3 to the top of major benchmark charts. Inside large technology companies, this term is not used casually. A code red signals real pressure and the need for immediate action. The message was clear. The competitive gap had narrowed. For the first time in a long period, OpenAI could not rely on momentum alone. Gemini 3 had reached a level where it forced a serious internal response. That response already existed quietly inside the company. The secret model called Garlic behind the scenes. OpenAI has been developing a new model internally known as Garlic. According to internal statements attributed to Chief Research Officer Mark Chen, Garlic is performing extremely well in OpenAI tests. It is reportedly outperforming Gemini 3 and Anthropic Opus 4.5, especially in reasoning and coding tasks. This is significant because those two models have recently been considered the benchmark leaders. Surpassing them internally suggests Garlic is not a small upgrade, but a meaningful step forward. What makes Garlic more interesting is the reason it was created, a major change in pre-training. Instead of continuing with the same training approach, OpenAI returned to its pre-training system and rebuilt it. Garlic is trained to first learn broad, high-level patterns and relationships, and only later refine those into detailed understanding. Internally, this change is considered a major shift. Fixing problems early in training allowed OpenAI to compress more usable knowledge into smaller models. Smaller models are cheaper to train, faster to run, and easier to deploy at scale. This move was clearly influenced by competition. Smaller, highly efficient models from labs like Mistral, DeepSeek, and several Chinese research teams have shown impressive results. Garlic is OpenAI's response to that trend. It is also important to note that Garlic is separate from another internal project previously discussed by Sam Altman. This means OpenAI is running multiple model lines at the same time, attempting to leap forward without slowing down. There is no official release date, but leadership has indicated as soon as possible. Given the current pace, early next year seems likely. Different strategies across AI labs. What makes this moment especially interesting is how differently major AI labs are reacting. Anthropic, for example, does not appear to feel the same pressure. CEO Dario Amodei has stated that Anthropic is not competing for the same audience as OpenAI or Google. Their focus is enterprise customers, and that strategy is paying off. Claude Code Tools reportedly reached a $1 billion annual revenue run rate within 6 months of launch. When a single product reaches that scale, urgency looks very different. Apple releases Clara. While attention was focused on large model competition, Apple quietly released one of the most impressive AI research systems of the year, called Clara. Most current AI systems handle long documents by loading large text chunks into a context window and hoping the model can process everything. This approach is slow, expensive, and becomes less reliable as documents grow longer. Clara takes a completely different approach. Documents compressed into memory, Clara converts entire documents into small, dense sets of memory tokens. These tokens preserve meaning while using far less space. Both retrieval and generation operate directly on these compressed representations. Apple trained the retriever and generator together rather than separately. This allows them to work as a single unified system. To build Clara, Apple trained on roughly 2 million Wikipedia passages. A large language model generated simple questions, multi-step questions, and paraphrases. Multiple verification rounds ensured the data remained consistent. Training combined accuracy loss with alignment loss to keep compressed memory consistent with full documents. The results are impressive. At 4 times compression, Clara outperforms leading systems on benchmarks such as natural questions and hotpot QA. In some cases, compressed representations perform better than full text pipelines. Apple released multiple versions of Clara, along with the full training pipeline, which suggests a broader strategy may be coming. Microsoft solves voice delay. Microsoft addressed a long-standing problem in AI assistant speech latency. Their new model, Vibe Voice Real-Time, can begin speaking in about 300 milliseconds. This allows AI systems to speak while generating text instead of waiting for a full response. The system uses a lightweight acoustic tokenizer and a compact diffusion head connected to a small language model. Despite its size, it delivers strong speech quality, low error rates, and stability over long conversations. Microsoft recommends running it as a microservice next to a language model with text streaming in and audio streaming out in sync. Alibaba introduces Live Avatar Alibaba, along with several Chinese universities revealed Live Avatar, a real-time AI avatar system that feels ready for real-world use. The model generates video at over 20 frames per second in real time. Users can speak, and the avatar responds instantly with facial expressions, gestures, and natural movement. Most importantly, it can stream for extremely long durations without visual drift. This is achieved through efficient distillation, pipeline parallelism, and stability-focused training techniques that prevent identity decay. This allows near-infinite length streaming video, which has not been practical before. Tencent releases Huan Video. Tencent introduced Huan Video, one of the most accessible, high-quality video generation models released so far. With a relatively small parameter count, the model produces smooth motion, clean visuals, strong prompt following, and stable camera behavior. It runs significantly faster than earlier systems and supports both text-to-video and image-to-video. Tencent also released the full training pipeline and optimizer, which is a major contribution to the open research community. The bigger picture. When viewed together, these releases show a clear trend. AI systems are becoming faster, more efficient, more interactive, and more practical. This was not a normal week for artificial intelligence. It marked a turning point.